Hola, it's your friend Mike. Mike's Arkansas Outdoorsman. Hadn't done a video in a hot minute, and I thought I'd do one today with discuss something that I had to deal with today. It's something that all outdoorsmen have to deal with at some point in time, and the average Joe has to deal with it as well. I did some work on my truck last weekend. I put a tie rod on, and the steering geometry on these newer vehicles is really tight. I worked on vehicles all my life. My dad made sure I was pretty self-reliant on that. So I knew that I had done the tie rod and I needed to have my front end alignment checked. So I took it into the shop, and it's a reputable shop. I've dealt with them before. And they checked it out and they called me back and they said, Mike, I said, you got a lot of components on there that are just at that point. You know, your truck's got 150,000 miles on it. They're at that point where they're starting to break down, and said, we don't want to put an alignment on it until you address some of these issues. So, I'm at home doing this work. I've got it up off the ground at the house, and I'm not seeing a lot of things, but, he showed me some things, a little loose here and a little loose there. And you probably ought to change this, and we ought to see about changing that. And I said, all right, guys. I said, just for giggles, this long list here, what would it cost to have you guys do the labor? Because I'm not a kid anymore, and honestly, I would rather on my days off be doing things than working on things. And he said, best price, man, $1,700. Listen, guys, this is why you need to be self-reliant. This is why don't be afraid to watch YouTube videos. Don't be afraid to buy tools. Don't be afraid to try some things yourself, because I don't have $1,700 laying around just poof, throw it a problem today. Okay. And I don't know many of you that do. Not if you're out there living daily, like all of us, I think, or most of us. And so what do you do, Mike? I said, well, guys, here's what's going to happen. I am getting online and I am going to try to find quality parts, names I've heard of, from places I trust to buy from, at the best price. And I'm going to go through there, and I will probably do 99% of the things they wanted done. I can do those in my driveway. Not that I'm trying to cheat them out of any business, but I can do it for a significant amount of money less. And when I do the repair, I will still take it into the shop and have them do the alignment at the end. Okay, I'm not capable of doing that precision in my driveway. But changing another tie rod end, guys, I can do that. Okay, bushings, things like that, ball joints, I have the tools. I've done it before, and that's what I'm trying to get with you guys about this. If you don't learn some self-reliance to be able to repair, to be able to fix, to be able to handle some stuff on your own, then, man, you better have deep pockets, guys, because things are not getting any cheaper, and stuff that used to be $200, $300, $400 is now $1,000, $1,200. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse. And I don't think any of us got that big of a pay raise this year that we've just got that kind of money laying around. So I would challenge any of you guys and girls out there to try to do things as much yourself. Push yourself a little. Don't take safety risks, okay? Seek out help. Seek out education. Become more self-reliant, especially when it comes to things like your vehicle, because you don't have that kind of money laying around, but you do got to get back and forth to work, okay? So let's just take this as another example of pushing our self-reliance, guys. It's been your friend Mike from Mike's Arkansas Outdoorsman saying, God bless, and let's get it done.